here on the side. This machine has 3 different electrodes. Right now only 2 are connected because the other electrode is to measure the amount of oxygen, and it is very expensive to use. So since we don't need it right now, we have only 2 electrodes. Okay, so right now it's recognized the pH and it recognizes the conductivity electrodes. So here what we have this is this blue one was for okay, sorry, back. Yes, the blue one was for oxygen, so we did not connect it right now. So we have the yellow one, which is here, this for pH, and the purple one for conductivity. So we have here the 6 buttons, which is pH calibration, pH measurement, conductivity calibration, conductivity measurements, and oxygen calibration and oxygen measurements. So here there are 2 electrodes. This one is pH, the other one is conductivity. So to put the pH electrode inside, you must untitle like this, unscrew it, and be very, very careful with the pH electrode because we don't wish to lose it. So you can remove this part. So then this will be our electrode for use. So let's take the water. And we have water for pH measurements to clean out the electrode. So for pH calibration, we have 4 different calibration solutions. Solution 4, solution 7, 921 and 10. For calibration we are using 4, 7 and 921. So to do the calibration we are going for pH calibration, and it is asking please immerse in the first buffer. So this is what we are doing. We're just taking our electrode, putting it in the first buffer and pressing OK. Here on the corner we have the yellow circle, which is showing that it is still making the measurements. Measurements usually around 90 seconds. So be patient and allow it to stabilize.
So we should calibrate it every time?
No, we don't need to calibrate it every time. The calibration can be done once in a month. So, but it is important to remember from time to time to calibrate.
Yep.
So after it's made the measurements, you need to go for the next calibration point. So you're immersing your electrode in this buffer number 2 and pressing OK and allowing it to stabilize again. So, and now we will go to the third one, which is 921. You're immersing, then pressing OK. Whatever is requested. This is the yellow one is still moving. So it's, and here it is showing how many points it took. Here and here.
It also tells you the temperature.
Yeah, it's also telling the temperature of the solution. So it has the temperature tip inside the pH, unlike the previous pH meter. And it's supposed to make your calibration curve whether the points are fitting. Yes, so this is the calibration data, and it is showing the slope 97.7. so you can show the graph, you can show the table, whatever you like, and pressing OK. So then it's made all the calibration, so you have your calibration results. So to measure any of your solution, you're going to pH measurements, and then it is asking you if you have more than one sample, press continuous run, and then it will measure you multiple samples. If you wish to use some different measurements, etc., so whatever. If you have one sample, like in your case, you have one sample, yes?
Yeah.
So then we are just using without continuous run. It's better also not to measure the something solid, because it will not allow you actually to measure, and then it can contaminate your pH meter. So do you actually wish to measure this solid part? Or
That's the finished product, which
Yeah.
I will be printing, so
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we will measure it, but in principle what you need to do, you need to have the liquid one before adding your gelatin.
Yeah.
Then you're measuring, and then afterwards you're adding your gelatin.
Okay.
pH with gelatin will not be changed. Yeah, so we're pressing start, and this is what you will have. So it's still measuring. This is what you will have, 6.5 approximately. Doubt that it will change too much. Okay, so it's allowed to finish. So you have your results, and if you wish to go with your data, you're going to use back. Yes, so results, you're going to results, and this is where you can get all your data. So for example, this is a sample which was measured, sample pH 57. So this is what you can get immediately. After you clean your electrode very, very careful, in order not to have any waste, contamination, etc. left. Should go vice versa direction. Yes. This one unfortunately is going out. now. And then to close, you need to be sure that your electrode is inside the liquid. So if it's not, so just push it a bit more that it will stay inside, because it is important to be inside the liquid. Yeah, so like this, we have our electrode inside, and you can put it back either like this to lock it and finished. So then you just can log out and shut down. That's all.
Thanks, Galena.
No problem.